Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Versed is guys wear that guys wear. The modern man's clothing brand that makes you feel good to be a guy. Whether you're dropping controversial hot takes in the group chat or trying not to pull a hammy in a pickup game, Versed keeps you cool and comfortable in any situation. That's VRST. Versed. Shop guys wear now, only at Dick's.
Yep, the beauty junk drawer. Full of those used once, why did I buy this? That was a waste products. Stop adding to it. Shop at Sephora and break the cycle. Sephora only carries the hot, high-quality products you'll never regret buying and brands you can only find at Sephora, like Kayali, Makeup by Mario, Kerastase, and M Beauty. Shop the hottest beauty with no regrets, only at Sephora.
Make your next vacation unforgettable. On Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Star of the Seas, it's everything you've loved about every family vacation you've ever been on, with mind-blowing thrills at the largest water park at sea, 7 onboard pools for every level of chill, more than 40 ways to dine and drink, and even more to enjoy at our award-winning private island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. This is the new Star of the Seas. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
Drink it in, man. Loyal, diehard, Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Oakley coming at you on a Friday, a 4th of July Friday with another one of those Detroit Koolaid packets. Of course, I'm here again solo because at Chops and the D just knows that the originator of the Detroit Koolaid Cast train is always going to keep this thing rolling. Just assumes I'm going to do shows, which I do, always, all the time, no breaks. I wish I could have a break, but no, seriously, we do this show Mondays and Fridays, a little bit shorter, Detroit Koolaid packets. Wednesday, the flagship show. We do it all for the people.
And the people consist of the millions.
We do it for all the millions and millions of you listeners out there, for all of our great sponsors, and because we love to talk about those Detroit Lions. The season's a few weeks away, and that sounds crazy to say. Camp even less than that. I don't even have that date right in front of me, but I think the Lions will be in camp in a couple weeks, 3 weeks at most, and then there will be a game in like 4 weeks. Or less at this point. Absolutely crazy. But today, I'm here to do a quick Kool-Aid packet. 4th of July, you know, I could talk about food or family or fireworks or everything in between. But I want to focus on, well, I say one player, but I'm definitely going to talk about more than just one. And I guess I'll focus on the fireworks. Because if you guys heard my show on Wednesday where I did dollars that make sense, SENSE, I kind of focused on a player a lot, and some were very highly entertained, other maybe a little bit disturbed, some totally agreed. So I'm here today to talk about absolute fireworks and explosion that I expect this year from Jared Goff, the quarterback of the Lions. And I wasn't very happy with the contract when I got into the details, but I know, everybody and their brother is going to tell you how caps keeps going up, it's going to look good in the future. I don't know that $67 million per cap hit or annual average value, whatever the freak it was, is going to look or feel good anytime soon, regardless of what other people are getting paid. But I'm seriously here to pub up our quarterback, because what's so crazy is that this dude, I'm looking at his stats right now, like, Dude came in 2021 there, and let's be real, was an absolute mess. The team was just a tire fire. Shout out Matt Derry of Lockdown Lions. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, everybody agrees with that, especially Charles.
That's terrible.
Thanks, Chuck. How were we in 21, Chuck, as a football team?
That's terrible.
I agree. And I'm looking at his numbers here: 3,200 yards. 19 TDs, 8 picks, and you remember that year he had a lot of bumbling and fumbling and stumbling, putting the football on the ground. Lots of fumbles. Maybe because he has baby hands. I don't know, that may be rumor innuendo. But I'm here to talk about the positive and the fireworks. Since then, look at these stats. 2022, almost 4,500 yards, nearly 30 touchdowns, and less picks than his opening year at only 7. Then he ups the ante even more. Almost 4,600 yards, 30 touchdowns, a few more interceptions, but it's all good because in 2024 you went cuckoo. 73% completions, 4,700 yards basically, nearly 40 touchdowns, 37 TDs, and 12 INTs for a rating of 111.8 on average for the quarterback. That's some crazy fireworks right there. And part of the reason he continues to have more and more fireworks going off from that right arm of his, or what he does for this football team as the quarterback, is because you have guys all over the field that make plays, but what really helps him and this team is the offensive line. You could say, but great, last year we had some troubles and he was the best. Like, He's good and been good because he's very comfortable with that line in front of him. Oh, by the way, we run the football at an ultimate, optimal level because we have a guy named Demo. It's Demo. You know that, right? Faux show. He usually gets like another SCO. And then we got another guy right around him who will probably be the lead back this year because he's a multi-dimensional, positionless. Wait for it. I won't even put a commercial ad in this time while you wait for it. Elite weapon. Jahmyr Gibbs. Looking around the offense, I mean, I know there's a lot of Laporta supporters out there. You got, us here on the show who love a little hashtag JMO fast and how his legs just get rolling and he's got the crazy speed. I mean, you got a guy named Amon Ra. Isn't that right? Stash in the ATL?
Amon Ra.
Oh, that's right, that guy. We've got Tim Patrick. We've got depth pieces. But the O-line, when you're talking about anchored by Penei Sewell, I know Frank Ragnow rode off into the sunset. I hope he's having a good time fishing, hunting, playing with his kids, keeping his toe up in the air, hopefully, and just relaxing. But you got young dogs on the inside. You still got Taylor Decker holding down that left tackle. And as long as they play, top 15, top 12, top 10-ish, quality.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Buying a car shouldn't eat up your week. That's why Carvana made it convenient. Car buying that fits around your life, not the other way around. You can get pre-qualified for an auto loan in just a couple of minutes and browse thousands of quality car options, all within your terms, all online, all on your schedule. Turn car buying into a few clicks and not a full week's endeavor. Finance and buy your car at your convenience on Carvana. Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This episode is brought to you by GMC. GMC certified service technicians are factory trained to fit your vehicle with the tires specifically developed for it. And with our tire price match guarantee, you get the best fit for the best deal. Let us do the work. Available on select eligible tire brands at participating dealers only. Offer ends 12/31/2025. Terms apply. See dealer for complete details. Visit gmc.com/service to learn more.
Culture evolves at the speed of light, just like your financial needs. When it comes to your money, Credit Karma keeps you in the know and ahead of the game. You can count on Credit Karma to keep up with your financial needs as they evolve. We'll help you monitor your progress and give personalized recommendations so you can make strides towards your goals and find your way to money. Make sure you're on the right track, no matter where you are on your financial journey. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Like, we're good. Jared Goff is good. He's protected. He has time. He will put the ball on people and make plays. I hinted at it a moment ago. As much as I love D-Mo, and they just paid him. They just paid him 3 years. I really expect Jahmyr Gibbs to have a absolute, how should I phrase this? What kind of adjective should I use? I mean, this year I think it's just going to be elite in every way. I think he's already scored crazy amount of touchdowns. He breaks off a lot of big, exciting plays, but we haven't seen those ultimate home run hitters. I'm talking like 50-plus yarders, 80-plus yarders. You know, those games where he just goes for like 110 on the ground, 80 to 100 catching, 2 to 3 TDs. I mean, that's the kind of kookiness I'm talking about from Jahmyr Gibbs. And, that can all come from Jared Goff. And I'd love to see it more in the passing game from the now number 0, which is a terrible number, Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, I just hate it so much. I'm sure it'll look decent once I get used to it, but I hate it. Yet Jahmyr Gibbs hated number 26, so go figure. But if Jared Goff can hit him a little bit more in the screen game, get him out in some actual routes, running deep in cuts or seam routes or out cuts or whatever, he could do anything. No one can guard him. So those are easy passes for JG16, and I think he should accentuate that part of the game. Everybody knows he wants to pepper St. Brown, ARSB. I think that I would start to really just showcase J-Mo this year and not just run him deep all day, every day, but get him the ball all types of ways, make sure every week he's an integral part, show what this kid's ceiling is so the team can make a good determination on him. And that really does come down to Jared Goff, because, people want to tout his arm and say this and that, and it's like, Goff's got to be able to get him the ball deep, get it to him short on bubbles, get it to him accurately in the intermediate space. And I do think he can do that. I just think it needs to be a little bit better. So just looking around, I mean, Goff has got all these weapons. He continues to escalate his game from 21, which was terrible. We already heard from Charles Barkley on that. 2022, much, much better. 2023, real good. And 2024, I mean, elite across the board, if you ask me. So I love our quarterback. I mean, do I love his contract? Do I love the fact of some of the things he can't do in his game? No, but gosh almighty, if you come in here and you change the team around, you accentuate all the weapons that we have, you up your game year after year, you say everything right at the podium, you continue to just put the ball on people, win ball games, score touchdowns, run this offense, which is a multi-dimensional, positionless offense. I mean, it is. I think that he does all those things so damn well that even though the numbers are absolutely bonkers, I mean, to be honest, I mean, it drives me freaking bonkers, if you want to know.
It drives me freaking bonkers.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay, Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 110,000 bonus miles for a limited time through July 16th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends 7/16/25.
I am here, though, on Independence Day to hype up our quarterback, talk about the explosion I expect from this offense. And some of you out there listen to this and you're like, you can't understand the difference between, like, not loving the contract, not loving his escalating cap hits, but really appreciating the player. You think it's got to be one or the other, and it doesn't. The other thing you're out there probably saying is, but great, we've got all new coaches, and maybe he'll take a step back because of that, and Benedict no, like, I'm here to tell you, like, I'm gonna continue to call him Benedict, but I think him and Jared Goff were absolutely electric as a combo. They got along well, they're very aggressive. I think Ben Johnson is a great, on paper coach as well as a offensive designer, and expects a lot from his players. I think that Johnny Moe, the new coordinator, is a receiver type of guy, respects, wants to accentuate, wants to make sure Jared Goff continues to play well here in the D. So I need to see it. But if I'm going to project forward, I think that this team is going to be better on both sides of the football. We need to see how well, or maybe how many speed bumps the offensive line takes. with Ragnow and Zeitler being gone. But I don't see a reason why Johnny Moe as the OC can't get JG16 rolling from day one and even try to make this guy, like, he kind of flirted with MVP, and, you know, those are pretty crazy numbers that I rambled off. Just a crazy completion percentage, high rating, nearly 40 touchdowns, just over 10 INTs, and a lot of those came in a few ball games where he just did not have a day. That's going to happen. I hope that John Moore...
Eczema isn't always obvious, but it's real. And so is the relief from Ebglyss. After an initial dosing phase, about 4 in 10 people taking Ebglyss achieved itch relief and clear or almost clear skin at 16 weeks. And most of those people maintain skin that's still more clear at 1 year with monthly dosing.
Ebglyss, lebrikizumab LBKZ, a 250 milligram per 2 milliliter injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults and children 12 years of age and older who weigh at least 88 pounds or 40 kilograms with moderate to severe eczema, also called atopic dermatitis, that is not well controlled with prescription therapies used on the skin or topicals, or who cannot use topical therapies. Ebglyss can be used with or without topical corticosteroids. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Searching for real relief? Ask your doctor about Ebglyss and visit ebglyss.lilly.com or call 1-800-LILY-RX or 1-800-545-5979.
Living with schizophrenia isn't easy, especially when you're not getting relief from some of your symptoms. It can be hard when you're still dealing with symptoms, like hearing voices or seeing things that aren't there. And negative symptoms, like feeling unmotivated or avoiding social situations. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to talk to your healthcare provider and explore a different kind of schizophrenia treatment. Discover your possibilities at treatingscz.com.
Oh, tasty high note. Oh, hi, don't mind me. I'm practicing my new baritone sax. I just heard PayPal's paying for people's stuff every day for 100 days, and there's 10 million up for grabs. All you have to do is use PayPal checkout online. So there's never been a better time to buy a few things off the old wish list. Like this leaf blower! PayPal could pay for your purchase. The Great PayPal Checkout.
No purchase necessary ends July 18th. See official rules at paypal.com/thegreatpaypalcheckout/terms. Participating merchants only must use PayPal checkout online. Coverage of up to $100 and eligible purchases per card.
Get unready with me while I talk about my favorite beauty hack, Colgate Optic White Pro Series toothpaste. This unique formula is powered by hydrogen peroxide, which is the same ingredient dentists use to whiten teeth. It's able to dissolve even those deep-set stains below the surface of your teeth. The best part? Twice daily brushing with Colgate Optic White Pro Series toothpaste gives you a visibly whiter smile in just 3 days. Colgate Optic White. Find it at all major retailers.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
And the OC really not only puts it on Jared Goff to run this thing and be better and be at his highest level, but gives him opportunities to do that while not sacrificing our run game. You know, can you spread teams out? Can you use Jahmyr Gibbs like I talked about earlier and actually be more dynamic instead of less than? Instead of being like, well, it's our first year with a coordinator and we lost some defensive coaches and we add some new pieces. Maybe we should run it a little bit more. Maybe we should be a little more conservative. Like, I'd actually like to see them open it up and, like I say, really use JMO week in, week out, short, deep, intermediate. You know Saint's going to be there all day long. As I'm saying this, I'm like, how are all these guys going to be good? But part of me is like, how are they not going to be good? They're so explosive. There's so many fireworks on this offense that it's just like anywhere you go is a good option. And that's why Jared Goff is good on this team, because you take away one thing, he'll go to the other guy. You take away both of those, he'll go to the third guy. You take away all three guys, he's got checkdowns. You take away all three plus his check down, we probably got a gimmick play that's going to be a touchdown that you never expect. So I just think this guy has everything going for him. He's highly paid, so that comes with high expectations. But I'm here to say on this Independence 4th of July show, I love our quarterback. I love our offense. I love our team overall. Like, this sounds like a hot take, but I'm a very, what's up goes down and what's down goes up in the National Football League. So the fact that, Sammy Biscuits, Sam Laporta went from pretty good player, we'll see what happens, to greatest tight end of all time after year one. He's being taken as like a first, second round pick in fantasy drafts. I was like, don't make Sam Laporta TE1. I told you that last year. What do? He had somewhat of a ho-hum year. It's like he didn't get the football as much as he wanted. He wasn't as productive. He didn't see the volume. I expect nearly the exact opposite this year. As much as I expect Johnny Moe to accentuate the wide receivers, I could see Sammy Biscuits going right back on the map as a top 3 tight end in all of football this year coming up. And if you have a top 3 tight end, St. Brown, electric player like J-Mo, a gritty, grimy, nasty RB and D-Mo, and an absolute multi-dimensional positionless elite weapon like Jahmyr Gibbs, I mean, what are you going to do? I'm not saying anybody could do it, but how could Jared Goff not be absolutely incredible this year? How could he not be an MVP-type candidate? How can he not take our team and continue to stack dubs, a lot of them being easy dubs for the Lions, as well as another NFC title, as well as a deep playoff run, and can the man and all those weapons and this new and improved defense bring us a Super Bowl this year? Like, I think that's the ultimate fireworks show going down Woodward that we would all love to see. So I just wanted to make it known that people are writing off the Lions. They're saying they might not win the division. They think we're going to take this big step back on offense. They still aren't sure about our defense. Is Hutch going to be healthy? What do they have outside at corner? They lost a couple players. What are we going to do at linebacker if Anzalone doesn't come? It's like, I really don't have any of these concerns. I mean, I'm not here to say my concerns. This is Detroit Koolaid Cast, where I serve it up and you guys drink it in.
Drink it in, man.
Double-sided cornbread.
Cornbread! Cornbread!
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Introducing the new Volvo XC90 with 7-seat versatility, Google built-in, and advanced safety features for all your precious cargo. The new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more.
When you wanna grow your list size, pop up like it's hot, pop up like it's hot, pop up like it's hot. And when you gotta boost your revenue, pop up like it's hot, hey, pop up like it's hot, pop up like it's hot. Pick your favorite template, you can tailor to your brand. They're MailChimp-erific, you're gonna be a fan. MailChimp your marketing with our new customizable pop-ups.
Hey, it's Paris. I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
But my only minor concerns going into the year is the coaching transition, how quickly everything jives, and then the O-line. Is Mahogany and Tate Rat and Glasgow going to be your three in the middle to start? How quickly and how dominant could Boombaye be? You guys know who that is, a.k.a. Miles Frazier. Boombaye. I feel like depending on how that mixes and how good they are, you already know you're good at both tackle spots. I wouldn't expect Taylor Decker to take a big step back or have injury issues. Could happen. He's older. He's very solid, but I don't know if I'd call him dominant or top 5, top 8 now. I mean, he's still very good. So I'm looking at all this just going, man, I just really feel like the offense has a chance to really continue to surprise people. People are calling for J-Mal breakout year. I think I saw something with St. Brown MVP. I've seen some Jared Goff MVP. People are jumping on my bandwagon in the fantasy industry, talking about Laporta could be big time this year. Jahmyr Gibbs is like a top 5 draft pick in fantasy drafts now. I mean, I do have him, Jamar Chase, and Bijan Robinson as my 3 keepers in a 3-keeper ESPN league. So I'm sitting pretty good there. If I don't win the title, I'll be pretty disappointed in myself. But Gibbs is incredible, and then people are they're almost like disrespecting Demo. Like, oh yeah, Dave Montgomery, I see him go so late in fantasy drafts. I see people sort of talk about him ho-hum. Like, almost every time he touches the football, good things happen. Nobody can tackle him. He scores tons of touchdowns. And
with a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Have you ever spotted McDonald's hot, crispy fries right as they're being scooped into the carton? And time just stands still. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Through the Starbucks College Achievement Plan, full and part-time Starbucks baristas receive 100% upfront college tuition coverage so they can focus on achieving their dreams, not how they'll pay for school. And those dreams might start with a degree in management, biochemistry, or any of the more than 150 offered. At Starbucks, benefits like college tuition coverage are just the start. Learn more at starbucks.com/partners.
Amazon One Medical presents Painful Thoughts.
I've been on hold to make a doctor's appointment for 23 minutes now. The automated voice has told me 47 times that my call is very important to them. I'm starting to think that they don't think my call is important at all.
With Amazon One Medical 24/7 virtual care, you'll get help fast without having to remain on the line to make an appointment. Amazon One Medical. Healthcare just got less painful.
Today's top story, the flavor merger of the century between the Peanut Butter Group and Chocolatey Corp. Joining me is a PBC executive.
Thanks for having me, Barry.
Now, how did you know the merger and the byproduct of it, Jif peanut butter and chocolate flavored spread, would be a success?
You know, it was a gut feeling, a rumbling, if you will. Besides, they're two titans of taste.
Very true. Goes great with pretzels.
And pancakes.
Apples too, I bet. Try Jif PBC today.
He's gonna be, rejuvenated, healthy. The team obviously loves him. You don't give a guy another 3-year stack with lots of stacks on those years for a guy that you, one, don't believe in or think is over the hill or gonna take a step back. Like, they keep Demo fresh. He's absolutely tough runner. He loves Jahmyr Gibbs. They work great as a combo. So, circling back to finish this Kool-Aid pack with Jared Goff, I'm looking at his numbers, 47, 37, and 12. Like, Could Jared Goff, like, I'm still surprised that Patty Statty, back in the day, what, in like 2009, 2010, somewhere in that range, he threw for like 5,200 yards and 43 touchdowns. Something crazy. I'm not going to pull up the numbers because, you know, the guy's dead to us now. Not because I still don't love him as a fantasy quarterback late in drafts, but because Matt Stafford and his wife had no business doing what they did when they came back to the D and we beat them in the playoffs. You should have taken the high road, tipped your cap, saluted the fans, propped up the city, go ride off in the sunset to LA and go try to do it another time. You already had your Super Bowl. Instead, you showed your true colors, bitter, and showing no love, acting like you're a big competitor until we beat you, and then it was just... I was just very disappointed in him in that. Maybe he just had a bad moment or whatever. He seems like an overall good dude, but that just was one of those moments where he did everything wrong. He just sort of could have done everything right. It would have been great, and instead he's all butthurt just because he thought he was going to come in here and beat us in the playoffs. But nope, me and Chops in the D live in the stadium had to get after it all day long. I think from 6 in the morning, what was it, like negative 30 degrees outside that whole day. We were outside tailgating, got in there, got rowdy, and got that Dubsky. That's an all-timer. But to me, like, looking at the stats, going back to that again to end the show, like, an MVP year for Jared Goff, like, you can't get much better than 72% completion. So, like, anywhere around that 70 mark is going to be nice for him. Like, you do have 17 games. If Statty Pad can do it in 16, like, you're telling me Jared Goff couldn't sling the ball around the yard and get up in that 48, 49, maybe even 5K? That would be good, because I felt like the league went from a crazy passing league to now all these numbers. Even a good quarterback, if you throw 30 touchdowns, they like want to bend the knee to you. And it's like back in the day when they were slinging it around, it was like 28 to 40 was just this ho-hum year for a lot of quarterbacks. So I don't see a reason why Jared Goff can't get from 35 to 40 plus TDs in the air. And even if those INTs, like, we love him to protect the ball, like, don't fumble, don't throw INTs, but let's say he goes from 12 to, like, I'm going to go high, let's say 18, 15 picks. So he increases it by 3 to 5 or 6, right? But those yards and those TDs are way up and the rating is still great. Like, that's what's going to take to be an MVP type year. And you don't want to take away from our running game, but if you can get protected properly and use all these guys on the outside, it would be real fun to see him have that type of year this year. Like I said, before all those crazy numbers kick in on his contract, just have that incredible year, make the run, and why not win the Super Bowl right now? I think a lot of people think this is going to be a ho-hum year, a step back year, a wait and see, a TBD if you ask me type of situation. Like, I think this is the year to go get it. Yes, your schedule is crazy tough, but you got this quarterback, you got 2 running backs, got a great tight end, good offensive line, 2-3 wide receivers on the outside, younger, hungry defense. Like, I say go get it right now. So, shout out to Jared Goff. I love JG16. I love our quarterback. I have fun with him a lot on this show. I do hate his contract, but I hate most NFL quarterbacks' contracts because they make 18 million times more than the guys that's beating their heads in the trenches, or guys that are working their arse off on defense. So that's kind of what bugs me too. But I hope that he balls out, throws it around, protects the ball, leads the team, talks a little smack in the media, is the ultimate alpha leader, just like his head coach, just like our GM. And we'll go do this thing and bring home a Lombardi. So, everybody, that's what I got here on a Friday. Detroit Koolaid Packet. Keeping it a little shorter, a little tighter. Appreciate you listening. You guys are the best. And we'll catch you next week on Monday for Koolaid Packet, Wednesday Flagship, Friday Koolaid Packet. You know what we do, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to give a Dan Miller here on the outro because I missed it somehow on the Flagship show, which is on me. I can't believe I did that. We got to get Dan Miller in here as much as possible.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Best announcer in football. Everybody take care Enjoy your holiday, extended holiday weekend. Stay safe, family, barbecue, grill, fireworks, fun, all that good stuff. Take care, everybody. I'm out.
Pack the bags, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions. Drink it in, man.